What's up guys, it's Kitty Cal and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Thanks very much for coming.
In today's video, I want to talk to you about how you can get your hands on really hyped streetwear at cheap prices. So let's get into it. Tip number one is that when new collections come out from hyped streetwear brands, you want to go and buy the old stuff. So basically when Supreme have a new collection launch, especially at the beginning of the season, everyone's so hyped about it. In the lead up, you get all of the leaks of all the information about what the collabs are going to be, and everyone's so stoked. They start selling their old Supreme stuff. And for me personally, I'm more stoked on old Supreme stuff. I'm not all about the latest releases, what's coming up next. Don't get me wrong, sometimes, and there's certain collabs, for example, that I'm going to be really hyped on. But if I love a brand, they're going to be pieces that I missed back in the day at the time I didn't get, and I still want those pieces. So when a new collection comes out, the people that collect are going to start to get rid of old stuff so they have money to buy new stuff. And that is how you get your hands on Supreme for cheaper prices. For example, I've got a jacket which I will show you somewhere above here, somewhere. I'll take a little picture or a video of me wearing it. And that Supreme jacket I got for £80. It's worth like a good couple of £100, right? And the reason that I managed to do that is because there was a TNF, the North Face collab with Supreme coming out at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but at a time when I wanted to buy that bomber jacket, and that was a previous season, and so somebody wanted to get rid of it in order to have money to buy the new collab. So I got it for a super discounted price, and yeah, amazing, and I love it. So always buy Supreme secondhand from people. I mean, to be honest, sometimes they might even have dead stock stuff they're getting rid of at discounted prices because they're so keen to get money to buy the new stuff. Top tip number 2, look for sales. DSM have sales, Dover Street Market, for those who don't know what I'm talking about. And you can get incredible stuff in the sale. Noah is one of my favorite brands. I buy their stuff full price. I save up for it because I love it, and I know that their money is going to a good cause because they give money to charities, and they're just a great brand, really. But I can't always afford everything, and so I look out for their sales all of the time. They have sales on their web store, and they also have sales in the stores that stock them. So I constantly search to see who stocks Noah, and you should do that for other brands that you love as well, because maybe the brand's not having a sale, but maybe that store just hasn't shifted that stock very well because it doesn't have the right clientele. And look to see if they're getting rid of it on sale. Top tip number 3, when it comes to sneakers, not just streetwear, go on eBay and Depop. But I'd recommend eBay. I would recommend eBay on top of Depop, just because there are lots of cool kids on Depop. And yeah, the same thing might happen, that when a new release comes out, they're getting rid of old stuff because they're so hyped on a new release, they're gonna get rid of a pair of sick Nikes for a cheap price. So yes, check out Depop, because sometimes you're gonna get a good find. But I'd really say, in terms of hyped stuff, look on eBay, because there are loads of people that don't really know what they've bought, especially in smaller sizes, it seems. I just seem to luck out on getting a sick pair of infrareds at a really discounted price because someone who bought them doesn't really care about the fact that they're infrareds. They just wanted a pair of Air Max, but they don't fit them, or they've just decided they've never really worn them, so they're going to get rid of them. And also search for things just search for Air Max orange and white, instead of looking for Air Max infrared, because people who know what they're talking about are going to put Air Max infrared up, aren't they? And those people are going to want to sell them for a decent price. But people who don't really know what that shoe is, they're going to describe the colour and the model rather than the nerdy name for it. So it's the same for collabs. Just search in your size for things that are an Air Max 95, and then you might find a sick collab that comes up because someone doesn't know what they are. So search out the model and the colours that you're looking for, rather than I don't know, para or patta, because although it's unlikely someone's going to have a pair of paras and not know what they are, you never know. You never know. My final top tip for you guys is go to outlets. The Nike outlet in Wimbledon is absolutely insane. I've got some sick trainers from there, and also sometimes their collab apparel goes there. I also went to the Champion outlet and found the Champion Kith collection in the women's wear. So For me, it's so hard to find Kith women's wear anywhere. Going to the Champion outlet and finding the Champion Kith collection was amazing. It wasn't super cheap, but I mean, Kith stuff isn't and Champion stuff isn't anyway, but it was at a much discounted rate than it would have been in retail stores, and yeah, that's always one of my favorite places to go. And also, when I say outlets, also TK Maxx. I got the most incredible Prada bag recently, and it's so sick, and it's like not a colorway or a design that I've ever seen before. Obviously it's probably why I didn't do very well because it's quite loud, but for me it was £250, which is an incredible steal for a Prada bag, and they have loads of Prada bags. They're not all as cheap as that, but they're a lot more inexpensive than if you walk into the retail stores. So TK Maxx and outlets, go and really hunt, find those collabs, and I've seen that even in America sometimes people manage to find Supreme collabs in TJ Maxx, which is their version of TK Maxx, so keep your eyes peeled. What I was trying to say before is go on the forums, go on the forums. Sorry, I forgot this bit, so bonus here. When I said go and buy old Supreme stuff when the new stuff comes out, I mean go on forums and buy them. Obviously also you can search like eBay and Depop, but go to the Supreme forum when the new release comes out and be like, I'm looking for a jacket, I'm looking for a t-shirt, or just see what people are trying to get rid of, because they're going to be getting rid of stuff so that they have money for the new drops. And that will be the same with Pata. When Nike stuff comes out, go on like the Crep City or like sneaker forums that you're part of and have a look, because people are going to sell when new releases come out. So go and get those steals. Tag me in them. I want to see what you got. I want to see these hyped streetwear fits that you got for pennies. Tag me in your streetwear fits on Instagram, leave comments below, hit me up on Twitter. It's just the same for everything at Kitty Cal, apart from this YouTube, which is slightly different because it's Casey Television. But I want to see what steals you got and how sick you look in them. Peace out.